Good morning, snow fans, and welcome to the Snow Church for Thursday, March 16th. There it is right there. It says 16th. I'm your host, Rev Snowflake, and I am excited to be here for you this morning to talk about the snows that are going to fall across the upper Midwest here in the next couple of days. Where are we at now? We are in central Minnesota at the Breezy Point Lodge. Yes, snowing ever so lightly there. This isn't a live image, but it is a nice image. And you can kind of see the haziness in the picture. That's either fog or some very light snow. I'm going with very light snow. Why? Well, because I love you. No. Because it's sitting right about here and there's radar returns sitting over them. So if it ain't snowing there yet, it will be soon. And yes, folks, this is the storm that will pummel some areas of the upper Midwest with well over a foot of snow. Some places may approach 2 feet, but I think the lion's share of snowfall totals in the heaviest band will be somewhere around, say, maybe 14 to 18 inches of snow. So nothing to sneeze at, but maybe not quite as monstrous as was once seen. But then again, we shall see. Storm hasn't even hit yet. Last 24-hour snowfall, pretty boring, really, in a lot of places in the United States. I don't think I've seen this quiet of a map of 24-hour snowfall in quite some time. So I guess it's time to get bitty and start making some snow. Let's jump to the models then, shall we? Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? Kind of showing what's to come. Not supposed to be there yet. All right, now let's get there. Let's get there. Here come the snows. This is by about, midday today, and you can see how Breezy Point Lodge should have an inch or two down in about 3 hours or so. The snows expand up into the UP. Let's see what time they get into my neck of the woods. Well, probably this afternoon. They'll be getting in here and then they'll get going. They'll really get going overnight. And this would be by tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Looking at probably around 7 or 8 inches of fresh snow on the ground. And then let's just go through the day tomorrow. Bing, bang, boom. It keeps coming down. Yes, sir, senators. I guess we can stop it there. Actually, I think I stopped it at 90 hours on the other map. So now what we can do is jump into... I'm trying to figure out what happened here. I lost a map. Yeah, I lost a map, but oh well. This is actually what I can do is I can zoom this one in to get a better ideal of the snowfall totals, kind of the storm totals as we might call them. up into here was over 20 inches when you start getting into these brighter, like almost like an orange type color. The fuchsia is a solid 18 to 20. And I did see on the one map that incidentally got closed out. I don't even know how that happened. I had it all ready to go right before recording, and then now when I come to recording, it's gone. So I must have ghosts here or gremlins, one of the two. Leprechauns. Maybe they're showing up early. At any rate, it had Copper Harbor at 28 inches of snow for a storm total. We'll see. We'll see. But I guess the bottom line is the further north you go in the UP, the more snow you're going to get. And if you were thinking about traveling north into Ontario, that would probably be the bullseye for some of the heaviest snow. Now we can take a look at the GFS and get out to about 90 hours and see what it says is going to happen. Back it up, biscuit. There. So that's 90 hours there. We can zoom in. And here we are at 90 hours. Quite similar, actually. I mean, you're kind of splitting hairs if you want to look at the difference between, say, that and that. Let's try to move it over, get it a little bit more aligned, the maps. But, yeah. So the models are in good agreement. Northern Wisconsin, well, if you're in the eastern sections, not a whole lot of snow. Sorry for that. If you're in the west, anywhere probably between 10 and maybe 14 inches of snow. The heaviest the further north you go and towards the lake. The lake will be helping out in the snowfall totals. That's why you see kind of the lake effect snow areas of Lake Superior in some of the heaviest snows, because there will be lake enhancement, and then as we get into Saturday, just pure lake effect. Now, it doesn't look like the lake effect will be all that exceptional. The one exception to that exceptional could be the eastern belts around Munising to Grand Marais. They may actually end up with 4, 5, maybe 6 inches of snow on Saturday, whereas most other areas it's going to be like a 1 to 4 inch snowfall on Saturday. But that comes on top of, 14 to 18 inches of system snow, so it doesn't really make that big of a difference. And then let's just go back to the U.S. projection. And the GFS keeps things pretty quiet through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then all of a sudden, by the time we get to about Friday, watch this. Woof. Another pretty decent sized storm coming in to these areas late Friday and into Saturday. Right now, I'm treating that as kind of a wild card event. It's something that's new to the GFS. The other models aren't covering it, so while it would be dandy for snow lovers that want to have another great weekend in these areas, I wouldn't put a whole lot of faith into it just yet. While we're here, let's go into La La Land and see what we get. Actually get another storm to come through by about the 29th. And then look at that, Chicago even gets hit by about April 1st. The GFS, and I'm going to back out to a continental U.S. view. We'll get through the Sunday storm here. The Sunday storm, the one that's going on right now. Okay, so this is Sunday at about midday. It also is pretty quiet from this point on until we get to about the 23rd, which is coming up here. And right there, you can start to see some snows build in across here. So late on the 22nd into the 23rd, there are some more snows seen for the Dakotas, northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, and the UP. So certainly doesn't look like winter is over with this pending storm. We could have some more snows second half of next week. Temperatures will be moderating. They will be cold initially behind this snow event here in the next couple of days. So Friday's going to be a coolish day. Saturday probably the coldest day. And then Sunday we'll actually start to see some warm air move back into the Midwest. And the freezing line could be sitting back up across the northern Midwest. And that's about where it would sit for a good chunk of next week. So kind of those nice spring days where you do get close to or maybe even a little bit above the freezing mark during the day, but then at night drops down and can drop down pretty far if you have clear skies and calm winds. It can be dropping down into the single digits in many areas, otherwise teens and 20s. And yeah, looks like a pretty good scenario. Just a little too late to catch the main group of winter recreationalists. There's just, I think, a lot of folks that take those times off, schedule that time off for January and February, where you're pretty much guaranteed to have snow to play in. Pull the trigger to throw some time off into March. For those of you that can, this looks to be your year. So have a good one, everybody. I don't know if I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's almost a guarantee that we won't have school up here, which means the girls will be home, which means I might want to sleep in. So you can check things, but don't be surprised at all if there is no update tomorrow. I've been going here full speed ahead for basically the whole season. I don't know if I've taken any days off. And I feel like I kind of need one, even though 2 weeks from today will be my last forecast for the season. Just feel like I need to have a day off, a nice 3-day weekend. And so in either case, maybe see you tomorrow, or otherwise definitely see you Monday. Have a great one, everybody. Be safe with the snows. Keep those sticks on the ice and smiles on your faces.